So hello and welcome to the dot guide. This was actually quite a popular request, believe it or not. I've put out a video where I asked, hey guys, you want to see the dot guide or no? I'm not quite sure. And there was actually quite a good response. I think about 6 people messaged me on YouTube saying like, yeah, it would be awesome because I'm not quite sure what to do. So I have prepared a few little images on the screen as you can see right now. Let's go over what they mean. So this one represents weapon, trinket, and generally just procs. Okay. This one represents eclipse and also nature's grace. This is the unerring vision of Lei Shen on its own, your intellect potion, your personal cooldowns, and raid cooldowns. So the basic idea is you want to refresh your dots when you have as many of these active as possible. But as you might know, that's really difficult. Getting all 6 of these, really? Bloodlust, 10-minute cooldown. Potion, you can only use it twice. Your personal cooldown's 3 minutes. And the unerring vision of Lei Shen is very unpredictable. So you have to work on the fly. You have to track these. I recommend Tell Me When, it's really good. And class timers. Those 2 in combination are really great. They're really good. And they will help you immensely with just making your decisions on the fly, because that's what boomkins are about. Boomkins, the rotation isn't very difficult. It's about the procs and the cooldowns and the buffs. So that's why I made this video. This video is supposed to tell you, hey, this situation is better than this one. This one, not so much. So the best situation you can obviously be in is this one. If you're in this situation, you're gonna be rocking the DPS. You will just skyrocket. I'm talking about huge numbers, right? But you can only get this once per fight, and you have to be lucky. Right now, I will start removing the arrows, and it will go from the best situation to the worst. So the next best situation is this one, followed by this one, this one, this one, this one, and finally the worst situation, this one. And if you're in this situation, just don't refresh the dots. Get into an eclipse at least and refresh your dots then. There are of course a couple of exceptions like the legendary Meta Gem, which is essentially a bloodlust, and the Wushulai's final choice from Council of Elders, but this is the general idea. Now, it's sometimes worth it to clip your dots, which means recasting them while they're still on. For instance, if you enter an eclipse, you have no trinket procs or anything, and you refresh your dots, and as you're coming out of an eclipse, 3 things proc. Then it's beneficial to recast the dots and actually clip them. Now let's talk about the very unique trinket from Lei Shen. It's the unerring vision of Lei Shen, and this trinket completely changes how we do things. Now the proc is, for those of you who don't know, you have a 4-second window where all your spells will be critical strikes, and if you recast your dots, they'll remember that and they will crit until they fall off. Now I expect most of you to know how boomkins work, but there might be someone else watching it who doesn't really know much about boomkins. So how boomkins work, you have a 30% chance when your damage over time crits that your Star Search will come off of cooldown and will become instant. And if your Star Search crits, it will add 1 tick to both dots. So you will be in this really good situation of your dots critting, proccing Star Surges, your Star Surges critting, and elongating the dots. And because of this, if unerring vision of Lei Shen procs, just stop whatever you're doing and recast your dots on as many targets as you can. It doesn't matter if you have procs or bloodlust or whatever. If you have celestial alignment though, pop that. Right? That's the only thing you can do, but just generally, if the unerring vision of Lei Shen procs, just recast your dots on as many targets as you can, and you'll be in heaven. Trust me. And that's actually it for the video. I was quite unsure how to do this, and I really wanted to streamline it into sort of a 5-minute video, but I could talk for hours about dots. It's, really complicated if you want to do it right, but generally just, what I've said will or should help you. And you need to get a feel for it. right? It really depends what kind of trinkets you have and stuff like that, but this is the general idea. I thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.